Hello, Big Red Machine family. Welcome to a very different edition of our senior recognition. Due to our current situation, we decided to put together something to recognize our seniors, and I hope that this will in some way help to replace some of the things that we were forced to miss. But we are very proud of our senior class and just wanted to take a few minutes to recognize each one of these special people. Briana Anders. I'm so proud of Briana. She worked so hard to improve as a player, and she developed into one of our most reliable performers and made it all the way to the wind ensemble and contributed a lot of really wonderful things. Most of all, though, Briana contributed her smile, her positive attitude. It was a joy to greet her at the door every day and just to have a nice smile and share a quick joke or two. And she's someone that we really are going to miss and are very proud of. Briana Anders. This young man is an inspiration. There have been a lot of things said about his experience and his journey. But to me, he has inspired me. He has inspired those around him to do and be just as the best version of ourselves we could possibly be, and to be grateful for every moment that we have and to live life to the fullest. To me, this young man is a walking miracle, and he is what we all should aspire to be. I could not be prouder of Drew and what he has meant to this band. You'll never hear him complain. He will always smile, and he will always give you his very best effort. And he ended up being a really good trombone player on top of all of that. But he is a much better young man, and again, an inspiration to us all. I'm very grateful to have been Drew's band director. We're very proud of him. We're going to miss him greatly. Drew Barefield. Hannah Barr. If you look at this picture and you see her smile, you'll know what I'm going to miss the most. Every day, second period, she was there to greet me with that smile. She was an encouragement to not only myself, but everyone else around her. To watch her on the field, whether it's with the dance team or with the color guard, was just stunning. Her performance capabilities, her dance capabilities are just about as good as I've ever seen around here. Her leadership was exemplary, and it's just so much fun for me to get to hang around such wonderful young people as she is. And I'm going to miss her. We are all going to look forward to seeing her dancing on the stage, wherever she chooses to go. She's going to light up the room wherever she is. And we're very proud of Hannah Barr. Catherine Bishop. Wow. What a great young lady, and what a wonderful example of what you can accomplish with hard work and dedication and the work ethic that it takes to achieve goals. She is a goal setter, and she is a goal achiever, and she came a long way in the band during her time with us, and she is one of the ones that I look at as an example to the rest of us of just what you can accomplish. And she certainly did do great things with us here. She is the type of person, the type of student that I would love to have a whole band full of. And I hope that we can remember the example that she set. We're very proud of her. We're going to miss her greatly. Catherine Bishop. Audrey. Wow, look at that smile. You talk about someone who works hard, but that's Audrey Brazee. And she's always another one of those that comes in the room when we're up at the door and she's got a quick joke and she flashes that smile, and she's serious about her trumpet playing, and she made huge strides as a trumpet player in our band, and ended up playing wonderfully, solo playing, and just absolute leadership in that trumpet section. And it just made me so proud to get to listen to what she accomplished through her dedication. She's another one of those goal setters, and she's another one of those that sets an example for the rest of us as just how much we can accomplish if we put our minds to it. But gosh, it was fun seeing her every day coming through those doors, and we're going to miss that a lot. Audrey Brazee. Summer Brown. Summer and I, we had this strange little relationship where it was a joke here and a joke here, there, that we were the only two that understood what we were joking about, and I really enjoyed that. Summer is or when she's around us, she's very quiet, but then that relationship that we built, I knew what she was thinking. And they say that still waters run deep, and Summer is a still, quiet person, but I know that she is a deep individual with her intellect and her talent and her thinking, and I'm so glad that I got to share in that with her as a member of our band. A wonderful leader, wonderful example, again, of the kind of student, the kind of person that we are so proud to have in the Crestview Band. We're going to miss her very much. We're very proud of Summer Brown. Cole Caps. When I look at Cole, I think of the very type of student that we celebrate and have such a great relationship with, because he is going to work hard. He's going to be there. He's going to do what he is supposed to be doing. And I think of determination. I think of perseverance. I think of being just a fine young man. Always very respectful. Yes, sir. No, sir. You can tell that he has a great heart, and you can tell that he is the type of young man that is a loyal, true, and good friend, because that's the type of person that he is. And those of us that can say that we got to be around Cole during this time are fortunate because of it. And I look forward to hearing of the great things that Cole is going to accomplish throughout his life. Again, a fine young man, a very model band citizen, one that we are going to miss very much, and one that we are very proud of, Mr. Cole Caps. Mia Castillo, wow, came into the band with just great ability. I mean, immediate talent and playing ability was evident from the very beginning, and she just chased that down and became just an absolute star on saxophone. And I asked her to do all kinds of very difficult things with her saxophone in the wind ensemble and in jazz band, and she never blinked. She just did it, playing some of the most difficult band literature for saxophone that exists, playing at a very high level, a level above what is normal for a high school musician. And then on the other side of things, she was just a wonderful young lady. Beautiful smile, great personality, positive outlook, and just made everybody around her better because of being around her. Certainly that's the case for me. I'm very proud of this young lady, and I'm looking forward to a lot of great things, and I hope she keeps playing her saxophone. I really do hope that she keeps sharing her music with the world. We're going to miss her a lot. Mia Castillo. Nick, man, I remember when he first came to the band. He was a little bitty fella, and he just kept growing and growing and growing, not only physically but also musically. He grew as a young man. He grew as a player, and it was fun to watch. And when you have talent and you have ability, you just need someone to kind of encourage you to keep after it. And I believe that's what we were able to do while he was in the band with us. And he certainly did make huge strides in developing that talent. but it was a lot of fun, and it was gratifying to see him develop as a young man. And I got to know him as a young man of serious quality, and one that has a lot of potential to do great things once he kind of gets out into the real world. And that's what I'm looking for. And I appreciate very much the work that he did for us and all the things that he provided for us. Nick Chavis. Isaiah, one of the smartest young men that I have ever known. I mean, an incredible mind, an incredible intellect, but one of the very nicest, most sincere, humble young men I have ever had the privilege of teaching. He is an example for us all, for sure. If we all acted a little more like Isaiah, we would be a much better world right now. He has a heart for others. I've seen him go out of his way to help other people without being asked and without any hope of recognition. I have seen his humor, and I have seen his tremendous musical gift as well. Wonderful leader for our percussion, wonderful leader for our band, wonderful example for all of us. And I've said this several times, and I mean it. In this case, if I could build the ideal student and young man and band citizen, Isaiah Cook would certainly be the model. And we're looking forward to great things from Mr. Cook. So thank you very much. We're going to miss you. We're very proud of Isaiah Cook. Kaysen is another one of those. I just love the smiles that these children bring, these young people bring. They walk in the door, and Mr. Dyke and I can be so busy and just preoccupied, and sometimes, honestly, sometimes a little bit down about how busy we are and the things we have to do. But when I look at Kaysen's smile every day, it just melts the trouble away. She walks in and she always has something good to say, always something positive, always looking forward to her time in band. And I watch her play, and she's got the best posture, she's got the best hand position, she has the fundamentals that we all wish that we could have, and she is in there working as hard as she possibly can every minute of every day, whether it's on the field or on stage. I know that Kaysen is someone that I can count on to be at her very best at all times. That's all we can ask for, and I hope that others are watching that and will take that as an example of how we should all be. But gosh, I just love, she's a radiant, positive person, and that's just a wonderful talent to have, and it's a wonderful way to be. And I hope that Kaysen, you'll continue to do that everywhere you go. And we're looking forward to great things from you. We'll miss Kaysen very much. Kaysen Crosby. Gianna Cruz. I keep saying this, but every time I look at these pictures, it just makes me just so happy to see this beautiful smiling face. It's like this just light comes up in the room, and that's her. We had a conversation the other day, and it's just such a this energy that she has for good and for accomplishment, and her leadership in the color guard was invaluable. I mean, there are a lot of difficult things that go along with being a student leader, but Gianna managed to somehow do all of those difficult things and never lost that smile that you're looking at right now. And I didn't get a chance to say it often enough, but it energized me. Her positive outlook, I relied on her every day. Every day I needed her to help me with the management of that class, and she never blinked. It was always, yes, sir, what else can I do? And gosh, I wish I had more time and more of you. Certainly are proud of everything that you did for us and grateful for the services that you provided for our band as a leader and as a performer. And we're going to miss you very much, Gianna Cruz. And there's the other one, right next to her every day. Renae is older than her age. She's wiser than her years and more reliable, more responsible, more dedicated, and more committed to what she's doing than a lot of adults I know. But she never, ever once loses her humble approach. She is, although she was our commanding officer, she did not command anybody to do anything, and as a result, that humbleness commanded respect. And that's what I saw in her as she was developing as a leader. I saw her quiet, unassuming leadership rising to the top, and I got to say I was right about this one. I really was, and knowing what she's going to do in the future, she has plans. She is an absolute goal setter and achiever. She is a high flyer and is going to fly high wherever she goes. When you don't have a whole lot of people on a daily basis to help manage such a large band program, you have to have student leaders. And Renae, I got to tell you again, if I were to say this is what I want for my model student leader, it would be Renae. And I'm going to miss that a lot. And very proud of her and looking forward to many, many great things from her. Renae Daily. Keva came into us new and just jumped right in. I mean, she just hit the ground running and never looked back. She and I shared a lot of time together where we were working on things, and she was always there to ask the pertinent question, never afraid to do whatever it took to get better. And I admire that greatly. She is a dedicated, hardworking member of our band, and I am very glad that she came to be with us and that we got to spend the time with her that we did. She made huge strides in her performing abilities and her achievement with her color guard equipment, but she made even bigger strides as a young lady. And I know for a fact that there are great things out there for her, and I hope that what she learned here may help her along that path. I hope that she continues to share her positive outlook and her positive outlook and all of the things that she learned with us, with the world as she goes out into it. Very, very glad to have her with Keva Doman. Hannah Dunphy. What a great band citizen. What a great performer. What a great leader. What an absolute great member of our band. One of the hardest working people I've ever known. When we talk about the need to find a need and to fill a need, like in the movie Robots, Hannah is the perfect example of someone who does that. I would routinely see her working on things, doing things that no one asked her to do. She saw that it needed to be done, and she went about the business of getting it done. Worked so hard on her bassoon playing and really made tremendous progress along those lines, and really rose to the top of that section on a very difficult, almost for me, it was one of those instruments that I just never could figure out how to play. And I admire these people who can play those instruments so well. And Hannah certainly is one of those, and she's going to continue doing that. And I'm so proud of her for continuing her musical experience through to the next level. And I'm just excited about what is in store for Hannah. And I look forward to hearing her again soon, and I hope that things continue to happen for her, because she deserves all of the success that comes from such hard work and dedication. Really appreciate her. Gonna miss Hannah Dunphy. Crista came to us a little later too and joined the color guard, and really just fit right in immediately and began her development with her color guard skills in a very quick manner, due 100% to her work ethic. Every time I looked out there, every time I saw her, whether it was on the field or in the classroom, she is serious business about doing what she can do to get better every day. She's the exact model of what we talk about being the best version of yourself today and being a better version of yourself tomorrow through practice, through work, through dedication, through, again, being goal oriented. I just couldn't not ask for more from a student than what Crista gave us every day. Very proud of her and looking forward to great things from Crista Escoto. Gryphon Fleming, boy, I remember him coming over from middle school, and he was already a really good tuba player by the time he got here, and then he just kept getting better and growing as a young man and as a tuba player and into a leader for us, and just a fine example of another fine young man doing all he can do to be the best he can be. I think that there are wonderful things in Gryphon's future. If he will continue to stay focused, if he will continue to work hard and to follow his dreams, follow the goals, I really feel like there are some significant accomplishments that are going to be had for this young man. Very proud of the progress he made while he was with us, and very appreciative of the work that he did for us. Gonna miss Gryphon Fleming. Lillie, look at that smile. Now, every day, again, up at the door, or after school, or before school, or between classes, or during classes, or really any time you see Lillie, she's going to have a smile on her face and usually something funny to say. Having known this family for quite some time, there were some, I think, hilarious jokes that I made. I'm not real sure if she would agree, but she laughed at them anyway, because that's her. I say, and I've said before about students who come in the room and just help make things go better. That's Lillie. But it's everybody that gets to be around her. Everybody that spends any time near her feels better. The room is brighter. The day is brighter. Life is better with Lillie. And our band was certainly better with Lillie. Great leader, really good clarinet player, solid member of the band the whole time she was here, and just wanted so badly to be the best that she could possibly be all the time. And she worked at it and was just so much fun. I'm so grateful that I got to be her band director. Looking forward to great things, and we're really going to miss Lillie Gaillard. Sharon is another one of these completely goal-oriented, super focused young ladies who work so hard at color guard, but then I also found out she's working so hard at so many other things and achieving great things at an early age at really anything she sets her mind to do. Fantastic performer, fantastic skill level, and another one who's willing to jump in there, be a leader, and fix things that needed to be fixed before anyone said, "Hey, Sharon, can you go fix that?" Sharon's already over there fixing it. And that, to me, that is just really the thing that I hope that all of our students see and learn from it, and will start doing for themselves. And can you imagine if everyone saw the need that someone else was demonstrating and ran to go help them without being asked and without any hope of being rewarded as a result, just to go help? That's Sharon. I saw her do it so many times, and I know that that's what she's going to take into the world, and I can't wait for us to all benefit from what she's going to do for us, and certainly do appreciate everything she did while she was here. Very proud of you. I'm going to miss Sharon Garcia. Kyle Gaskin is, the whole time he was here, I'm not sure that he said 10 words at a time, but I watched him and I watched his steadiness and I watched his work. I would see him on the field. He was always full gas every time, standing up tall, holding his instrument like he was serious business and setting an example just by how he was. He's one of our leaders that leads by example and not by word. He works hard, and he made huge strides as a trumpet player and helped our band to sound better and better and better as a result of his efforts. I think that that's something that's going to continue for Kyle. No matter what he does, he's going to work at it, and he might go about it quietly, but he's going to go about it seriously, and he's going to go about it successfully, because I saw him do it here, and I know that that's what's out there for him in the future. Very proud of Kyle's work, very proud of him as a member of our band. We're going to miss him greatly. Kyle Gaskin. Thalia, another one that brightens up the room when she walks in. She just has a good time when she walks into any situation. See her on the field, one of the very best marchers that we have out there. Again, setting the example by how she is and her work ethic, her attention to detail. I remember that being something that really stood out for me in her process. Really good flute player, really beautiful sound. I remember making notes during her audition times of, wow, that's a nice sound, and that's because her sound on the flute imitated the sound of who she is as a person. She's so sweet and so kind and so warm and gentle, and that just kind of emanates from her wherever she goes and whatever she does. And boy, do we need more of that in this world. We need Thalia in this world. We need for all of us to kind of, follow that example. And I think that there are great things in her future, and I certainly do appreciate being able to say that I was her band director, and I will remember that sound, and I will miss it. We'll miss her. Thalia Gonzalez. Anisa. I said her name wrong more times than not, and I joked with her the other day that I was going to say it wrong one time and right one time. So every now and then I get to teach a student that is at the very top of a list, a very small list, people who can do certain things. Playing the oboe playing the oboe well is a very small list of people. And I've been fortunate to have a few of them over the years. I had an incredible collection these past several years. But Anisa always was getting after that best version of herself as an oboe player, as a leader, as a member of the band, as you name it, whatever it is that she was involved with, she was going to be at the top, because that's the kind of person she is. She's a top-notch individual, and I remember all of the times that I got to hear her play just beautiful sounds from an instrument that's very difficult to make sound beautiful. But gosh, was I fortunate to have her sitting next to me for all those years, and I hope that she continues that. No matter what happens, I hope that the music will continue. And I certainly am grateful to have been the recipient of her music while she was here. Appreciate her very much, Anisa Herbert. Juhui is a leader. She is a performer. She is a doer. She's not necessarily a big talker, although I know that she can. I've heard her. But she is a doer. She's going to get things done. She's going to figure out how to accomplish tasks. And that includes her clarinet playing, it includes her leadership, it includes the things that she knew she wanted to get done as a leader of the band. I got to just sit back and watch her do all of that to create her relationships that she built and the team that she put together. It was just a lot of fun, and I could see down the road those same skills popping up in whatever she chooses to do. We're lucky to have had her leadership. We're lucky to have had the time that we did have her setting the tone for our band and leading us into even bigger and better things. And I appreciate her very much. Appreciate her musicianship. Appreciate her leadership. Most of all, I appreciate her as a young lady. Fantastic person, and it's been my privilege to be her band director. Juhui Kim. Chicken Aleigh King. Aleigh is such a sweet, sweet person and makes me just so happy to get to be around her. She's got a quirky sense of humor. She has just this ability to kind of diffuse moments with her presence. She made huge strides as a flute player, again, through her hard work, determination, dedication, maximizing her talent and ability, and just at every turn, whatever was expected of her, she did it, and she did it at a very high level, and she did it with that smile on her face. She did it with that song in her heart and just a joy and a love for everyone around her. It was just a privilege to get to be in her presence, and I'm going to miss that a whole lot. And me joking about calling her Chicken Aleigh King, that was a good one. I'm proud of that one. So I'm very proud of Aleigh. I'm going to miss her a lot. Aleigh King. Hunter Cronmiller, man, what an absolute star of a young man. Teased him a lot about his perfect hair, but it really was perfect all the time. But what a hard-working young man, what a great musician, great percussionist, another quiet leader, another do as I do kind of a guy. And he would be someone that I would have no problem putting up against anyone else, saying, this is the kind of young man, this is the kind of young person that we all need to have and we all need to be. What a wonderful band citizen. So grateful to have been the recipient of his talent and his hard work and his dedication. Looking forward to great things from this great young man. Gonna miss him a lot. Hunter Cronmiller. Christina, wow. I ask students sometimes to do things that are necessary, and sometimes those necessary things aren't necessarily fun things. Playing E-flat clarinet, for one thing, is necessary but not necessarily fun. But Christina, just like everything else she was expected to do, with a beautiful smile and a beautiful spirit, said, absolutely, let's do it. And at a very high level, beyond what could be expected from high school musician. Just beautiful musicianship, leadership, example, you name it. Again, another model band citizen and another model young person that we're sending out into the world. And I got to tell you, this list of students that we're going through today, if with this as our future, I feel better all the time thinking about that. So thank you so much to Christina for always doing exactly what needed to be done and more. And I hope that will hold you in good stead as you go throughout your life and continue to bring that to us in the world. Looking forward to all of the things that you're going to do. Appreciate you very much. Christina Leggio. Chloe. Look at Chloe. She made it, and with flying colors and one of the best stories, best performers, best sense of humor, just a lot of fun to be around. And I saw pictures that we had found through the marching season, and Chloe is a magnet. If you watch her perform, if you start watching her, you're going to have a hard time not watching her because she's a magnet. Her performance, her face, her eyes, her everything she does says, "Hey, look at me." And I'm telling you, it's quite the thing to see a performer just at the top of that list of our performers out there. And then we come inside, and she's another one of these people that's going to be a leader. If something needs to be done, she's going to find out how to do it. I saw her helping people just quietly, unassumingly, and a fiercely loyal friend and a great sister. I was so impressed with her taking care of her family, taking care of things that she knew she had to do. Just a wonderful, wonderful young lady, and I'm very proud of the progress that Chloe made throughout her time with us, and I'm very proud for to be able to recognize her as a senior member of our band and to say thank you for all that she has done. Gonna miss her a lot. Chloe Lewis. Fabulous young man. Think about Seth Locke, and I think about just an absolute model young man. Respectful, kind, humble, one of the hardest working young men I've ever seen. Literally on that truck, just busting it back and forth as much as possible. Leadership on and off the field, you name it. The accolades are just insufficient to describe just exactly how special this young man is. And I understand that there is a goal out there to continue to be a musician, possibly a music educator. Can't think of a better addition to this profession if that ends up happening. But whatever it is, Seth is going to do it at a very high level and is going to do it in a manner that is very admirable. No, whatever it is, I know it's going to be success and something that proves what I'm saying about him being just an absolute model young man. Appreciate the opportunity to have been his band director. Very proud of him. Very appreciative. Going to miss him a lot. Seth Locke. Tatiyanna, she's got that smile. She's got that beautiful tenor saxophone sound. I think it was last year, maybe, that during her audition afterwards we were able to talk, and I had made a note on the audition about what a wonderful sound that was, and just a great addition to our band sound is her talent playing a tenor saxophone. Another very difficult instrument to make sound good, but Tati was able to do it. And gosh, what a hardworking, dedicated member of our band. Wonderful performer. And more than just music, she's got that bubbly theater personality, and it just really did have a positive, lasting impact on not only the band, but everyone who got to be around her. And I certainly do appreciate all that she was able to bring to us in the Crestview Band. Gonna miss her a lot. Very proud of Tatiyanna Mason. Well, Brendon, I guess every year I find myself saying a lot of the same things, and I feel a little bad about that, but then I stop to think that, you know what? I do. Mr. Dyke and I, we get to teach the very best students at the school. So I'm going to end up saying a lot of the same things because they are all just so wonderful. But Brendon, I have rarely taught such a wonderful young man. Again, another one of those students who is older than his years, wiser than his years, and was able to bring that wisdom to our band, not only in his playing, but also in his leadership. Drummers can be a handful, and I I'll be honest, I can't remember a year that went smoother in our percussion section, thanks to the leadership that we had this year. And Brendon was a one of those leaders, and just well respected leader, well respected student, just everything that you can possibly hope for in a young man is wrapped up in Brendon McCallum. And as a result of that, I know that his future is very bright, and I'm looking forward to seeing just exactly what he will accomplish. And very much appreciative of the opportunity to have been his band director, Brendon McCallum. Nataleigh, little Nataleigh, small package, huge impact. That's Nataleigh. She is another one of those wonderful, magnetic performers. Always there, always doing what she's supposed to be doing. I never had to worry one little thing about Nataleigh and her holding up her responsibilities and her job and whatever it was. She was going to get it done. Meticulous in her details, meticulous in her work ethic. And every day when she left class, there was always a over the shoulder, "Have a great day, Mr. Dunn." And, you know, those moments cannot be appreciated enough. In a teacher's busy day, for a student to think enough to say, "Have a great day," you know, it's just, that's gold for a teacher. And Nataleigh certainly was that for me. She was a little chunk of gold, and it's going to be hard to replace her. Now, it'll be impossible to replace her because she's so unique and so special, and has done such a great job for us, and looking forward to great things from her future. And I know it's going to be a bright one. Thanks a lot, Nataleigh Mckay. Sharon Mills. Sharon started out, and we had some situation on the field where I needed someone to fill a spot, and Sharon raised her hand. She wanted to learn how to play tuba. Then, I mean, for the next several months, she started learning how to play all kinds of stuff, and then it just went from there. Just an absolute special talent for music and instruments, and ability just off the charts. So glad that we got to have her back and complete her time with us, and really leave a mark, a positive mark, a really effective mark on the Crestview Band with her playing and her leadership and her work ethic, her attitude, all of that. And, you know, I really hope that she will continue to stay focused on all of her abilities, the positive things that she has going for her, and I think that that'll be what takes her into just unlimited success in whatever she chooses to do. Just an impressive young lady, and I'm very appreciative of the opportunity to be her band director. Going to miss her a lot. Sharon Mills. Robin Nieves. Robin is another one of these young men that I would say, hey, yeah, be like him. See that guy right there? Do what he's doing. Follow his lead. And if that happens, then you're going to be all right, because Robin is that guy. He is that example. He is another one of these that will do whatever needs to be done to make us all better. Robin is the example of less of me, more of you. He is interested in what's better for you, not what's better for him. And what an awesome trait to have. And as drum major, watching him run around the back of the field and around the side, and sometimes I would whistle him down about halfway through, go back and do it again. He never shrugged his shoulders. He just turned around and ran back. I don't care how many times it was. I never saw him shrug his shoulders or get frustrated or anything other than okay, let's do it again. That's just Robin. And boy, could we all learn a lesson from that. Looking forward to really great things from him in the future. Just a wonderful, wonderful young man, Robin Nieves. Brandon Payne. I am so proud of Brandon Payne. I can't tell you. Such a great, great young man. We had some conversations. We had some times together where it was all right. You got to get it going now. Got to get it going. And Brandon put it in gear and got it going. I am just over the moon proud of this young man. Fantastic musician, and just started making these leaps and bounds with his playing, and I could see the light bulb go off, and I could see the understanding start to happen with his hands, and he just kept going from there, and was just absolute solid as a rock player, band member, super, super reliable, and all the other things fell into place when he decided to get after it. And I'm going to say it again, just keep getting after it, man. Just keep going. But gosh, I could not be prouder than I am of this young man, Brandon Payne. Felicia Rivers, another one of these. I can't believe how lucky I am to teach all these students. But I look back there in the color guard, and she's always right on time, right on task, doing everything. Never a moment's hesitation, never a moment of doubt, never a moment that I wondered what was going on. She was one of the ones that I could look back there and know that she is doing the work. On the field, in the classroom, you name it, Felicia's going to be there doing what she's supposed to be doing. With a great attitude, just this focus, this hard work. It's just so impressive. And whatever Felicia chooses to do, I think Felicia's going to be great at it because of that. I'm so glad that she was a part of us. I'm so glad that I got to see her work. So glad that I got to see her perform. I'm going to miss her a lot. Very proud of Felicia Rivers. Nick Rodriguez. Wow, what a young man. Again, super intellect, like brainiac. We're talking about this. Just a smart kid, and also a really good trombone player. But his best asset is his personality and is his heart. He is the most sincere person I think I've ever met. He is a true friend to his friends. I know his mama would say he's the best son, and I have seen him go out of his way, bend over backwards to do whatever he can do to help people who need it. And his little cubby is close to my office. I keep the trombones close to my office for a reason. But more often than not, on his way out, Nick always found the time to poke his head in the door and say, "Hey, do you need anything, Mr. Dunn?" Or, "Have a nice day, Mr. Dunn." Just a super, super person. And it's just stunning that at such a young age, Nick has developed into such a great person. And gosh, I can't tell you how meaningful that is to every day see that sincerity. And I'm going to miss it a lot, but I'm looking forward to wonderful things from this young man, Nikolas Rodriguez. Carlee, gosh, again, another one of these that we talk about that's just the absolute model band citizen. She walks in the room and she goes right to her instrument, and she is about the business of making the best music she can make that day. Better today than I was yesterday, better tomorrow than today. She's the absolute model of that, and we teach that all the time. And Carlee is one that we could point at as an example. Again, out on the field, I remember specifically seeing her so many times as one of the most accomplished performers we have, the best marcher we have, one of those that just proves to be the example of how you develop those skills. And as a senior member of the band, I know that she was one of the ones that led our younger members to be able to learn by her example. She made tremendous progress as a player, tremendous progress as a performer, and it's just one of those, another one of those that I'm just so lucky that I got to be her teacher. And I'm looking forward to wonderful things for her future. Gonna miss her a lot. Carlee Russ. Colby Sanders, my goodness, am I proud of this young man. I wish that I could go into detail and tell you all the things about why I'm so proud of him, but just know that I am proud beyond what words can express. And, you know, he is an example of what happens when you stay focused and determined. You put your head down, you get busy, you get after it, and you stay in it. And my goodness, what a wonderful young man. An absolute fantastic example for all of us. Improved greatly over his time as a trombone player, just kept getting better and better and better, kept moving up, kept being someone that we could rely on, kept being that, you know, that symbol of look what you can do. And Colby, look what you can do. Oh gosh, I wish I could. I miss being able to see all of you during this little time and hug your neck and shake your hand and pat you on the back. Words are not adequate, just put it that way, to tell you how pleased I am with you and how proud I am of you. So looking forward to great, great things from this young man. Colby Sanders. Alyssa, she comes in the band room. And I wonder if her parents would agree with this, but she's so quiet and unassuming and humble, but the kindest, warmest, nicest young lady, just goes about her business of being the best she can be. She provides that reliability, never having to wonder, never having to worry, never having to doubt where Alyssa is and what she's doing, and is she doing what we're asking her to do, because she always did, and found something else to do that we didn't ask her to do, just more, exceeding expectations. That's what she's all about. Wonderful young lady, wonderful example to us all of how we should all be and how we should treat one another. I really feel like she's an example of, again, less of me and more of you. And gosh, so grateful to have been her band director. Looking forward to wonderful things from Alyssa Sapp. Here's that small list again of uber talented people who decided to take that uber talent and challenge it to the absolute max with the oboe of all things. Just, you know, and I mean right to the top with keen focus on how can I get better, and a work ethic unlike anything I've ever seen. Just an absolute desire to be the best and to do the best and to continue to improve as a person, as a student, as a player, as a leader, you name it. She was going to be the best she could possibly be. And I got to tell you, I spent her time with us in the Crestview Band being the beneficiary of all of that, her musicianship. I wish that I could share with you just how wonderful it was to be on the podium and listen to Meghan play right next to me. And we didn't mess around. We played some stuff, you know, to play Lincolnshire Posy and all of the stuff that goes along with that and all the other things that we played. I got to tell you, it was just a hoot. I mean, it's a rare thing for a high school band director to get to say that he had someone like Meghan Saueressig in the band playing like she played. and her leadership, her work ethic, her ability to, again, see a need and fill a need. I'm just so proud, just so lucky. And whatever this young lady chooses to do, you can bet your bottom dollar that she's going to knock it out of the park. And it's going to be an absolute thing to watch. And I can't wait. Looking forward to it. Very proud, very appreciative of this young lady, Meghan Saueressig. Sara, wow. In my 30 years, coming up on 30 years as a band director, I've had the privilege of teaching some very fine musicians. Sara is at the top of that list, and as a musician, as a leader, as a person, she's just the tops. Multiple all-state student, all-county student, principal player, you name it, drum major. The accomplishments are only fitting of her work that she put in to achieve them. And I just hope that flute sound continues to be shared with the world, because my goodness, again, just like I said before, being on the podium with her right in front of me has just been an absolute thrill. And to hear her play the things that I asked her to play, she never blinked, she never questioned, she never hesitated. She just jumped right in and did it. And it was such fun to watch her and to listen to her. And again, just at the top of the list of those talented students that I've had over the years. And just another great example of how lucky, how fortunate, how blessed Mr. Dyke and I are to be able to teach students like Sara Simms. And we're certainly going to miss her greatly. Looking forward to wonderful things from this wonderful young lady, Sara Simms. Matthew Moses. I heard that during senior night, and I thought that was the greatest thing I'd ever heard. And so whenever we saw him, I would say, "Come on in, come on down, Moses." And he would just look at that smile, and he would come in the room, just shake his head, and he'd have something just wonderful to say. Just looking at him right now just makes me happy. And you talk about someone that has worked hard and made improvements, like big time improvements as a player. I watched him. He would get so frustrated when he couldn't play something, and he would just, it just drove him nuts that he couldn't do it. So he set about figuring out how to get it done, and he sure did get it done. What a wonderful example to us all. But beyond that, the joy that Matthew brings with him, the spirit, the positive outlook, the atmosphere that he creates is just a benefit to us all. He's like the sunshine in a room, and I love every minute of the time that I got to spend around Matthew, and we're going to miss him a lot. Very proud and looking forward to great things from Matthew's Gaines. Shania, my goodness, what a wonderful young lady. So many great things accomplished from this young lady. And here, I'll just share one. It was at a football game, and I believe it may have been early in the season, maybe at Escambia, and Shania had chosen to be a football manager, which means that she had to take care of all the equipment and do all the stuff. And I watched her run up and down that sideline. She had more yardage than some of our players, I'm telling you. And I was standing on the sideline with Mr. Day, and she came over, and I think he even offered some water to us. And I think Mr. Day took a water bottle. But her smile and she just had this energy about her that was infectious. And so she ran off back to the team, and I was telling Mr. Day, I said, you know what? In a few minutes, you're going to see her run into the locker room, get into her color guard uniform, and she's going to perform with us on the field. And Mr. Day was like, "You're kidding." I said, "No, sir, that's her. She wanted to do it. We made arrangements, and she has never missed a lick on either thing. I guarantee she's the best football manager they've ever had, and she's right out there on halftime and doing one of the best performers we ever had, and that is Shania. Whatever she wants to do, oh yeah, and then there was flag football, and then there's you name it, and she's going to be at the top of the list because that is this young lady. Homecoming court, the whole thing, just so many, like I said, wonderful things achieved at a young age. And boy, I'm looking forward to what's going to happen in this young lady's future because the sky is the limit. And I don't even know if that's the limit for her. I'm telling you, that's what I learned about Shania is that there are no limits. So thankful that I got to be around her for these last 4 years, and can't wait to hear what she accomplishes next. So proud of, so appreciative of Shania Skinner. Wow, Micah Sledge, man, what a great young man, what a great story, what a great inspiration. Another one of these model band students, the hard worker, the quiet, the unassuming young man that he is, the overcomer, the accomplisher. I mean, you name it. This young man is an example of just what can be done, but you got to stay after it. You got to get after it. And that's exactly what Micah did. Great trumpet player, big progress all throughout his time with us, just kept working, kept doing whatever he could do to accomplish whatever it is he wanted to accomplish. And such an example to us all. So glad that we were able to have him back with us and continuing in his playing and continuing his membership with us. There was never a doubt in my mind that it was going to happen, and sure enough, because of his hard work, it did. And I'm so very proud, so very thankful for this young man. Looking forward to whatever's next, whatever it is going to be great. I have no doubt in Mr. Micah Sledge. Lauren Stakely, my goodness, if you could, I wish that y'all could walk around with me sometime and benefit the way that I get to benefit from Lauren Stakely. She has, again, that quiet, unassuming, humble, respectful leadership that I know runs in her family. I know that she is the exact way that her family would have her be and be proud of her. I know they are. I wish that could be shared. I wish we could bottle whatever that is that Lauren has so that we could give it to everybody. Because, man, would we all benefit from that. Again, the work ethic, the performance ability. I mean, you talk about a goal setter, and you know what? Sometimes we don't meet those goals just yet, and a lot of people would give up. You know, I see it a lot. A lot of people get disappointed and they stick out their bottom lip and they take their toys and go home and give up. Not Lauren. All she wanted to do, okay, well, what do I need to do to get better? Okay, what do let me show you. And boy, did she show us. Love it. Love that attitude. Love that work ethic. And I know that from here on out, that's going to be what makes her a huge success in whatever she does. And if you're looking at that picture and if you see that smile, it radiates from her. It will, again, light up the room. And everybody who gets to be around Lauren is better as a result. And I, for one, am grateful that I got to be one of those people. Very, very, very proud of Lauren. Going to miss her a lot. Lauren Stakely. Christian Taylor, another one of these fantastic, talented, quiet, humble band members that just went about being the best he could possibly be, and accomplished great things for us along the way. We got to benefit from his work as a leader, as a percussionist, just anything that we asked for, he was always there getting it done. And one of the most respectful, kind young men I've ever known. Just absolutely 100% yes sir, no sir, thank you sir. Always this type of respect emanating from this young man, and as a result, he got that back. He was respected and will be respected as a result. You know, again, I keep saying this, what a wonderful addition to our world that is going to be if we could all just be a little more respectful of each other. And Christian is an example of how that will work. So proud of him and what he brought to us, so appreciative of all that he has given to the Crestview Band. Looking forward to great things from Christian Taylor. Cheyenne Thompson, she came through the other day, and just thinking about all the wonderful things that she gave to us during her time, the positive outlook, the great attitude, the work ethic, the leadership by example, and the commitment to, again, becoming better every day. We could not ask for more. Wonderful band citizen, an absolute joy to be around, someone that I watched work really hard, someone that I saw that pay off in getting better and better all the time, and someone who I know will be able to use those skills no matter what she chooses to do to be successful. Very appreciative of what she was able to do, what she was able to give to the Crestview Band, and we're going to miss her a lot. Cheyenne Thompson. Alexis Tucker. Alexis, great sense of humor. Another one that we would have these exchanges with as she came through the door. But she usually would go through the door, go down the stairs, and then come back with something that she needed to clarification on because she knew something had to be done. And she was always looking for that. She was always, as a leader, she was always looking for what do we need to do to get this done? Moving the pit equipment here and there. She was one of the best ones we've had to actually, be aware of the significance of the move of all of that, and to take care of it, and to be careful with it, and to be, she really did kind of put her thumbprint on that, and we really did need that from our front ensemble leader. Great band citizen. Again, never questioned, never shrugged the shoulders, never did anything except say, yes, sir, let's do it. Let's go. Let's get it done. And developed into a very fine player, and developed into a wonderful leader and a very, very valuable citizen of our band. Appreciate her very much. Looking forward to great things from Alexis Tucker. Grace Weeks. Grace, I don't think ever actually fell down. Maybe once. But it became a thing. And it was just one of those things that, well, maybe she fell down more than once. Maybe 2 or 3 times. Maybe more. But anyway, it just became a thing that, Gracie would come by and I would tell her to watch out for the pole or watch out. And just a wonderful little interaction that we developed, a relationship that we built. And beyond that, she was a wonderful performer. Gosh, there was a moment in time that I panicked when I thought that she might not come back for her senior year. But then she changed her mind, and I rejoiced and just enjoyed the whole time she was with us. Great leader, great example, wonderful band citizen, just a lot of fun to be around, and good-natured, great sense of humor. Talking about all these students has really made me miss them a lot. And I'm sorry we didn't get to spend the last 9 weeks together. And so, gosh, Gracie, what a wonderful young lady. What a wonderful band citizen. What a great performer and a wonderful leader. Gonna miss you a lot. Very, very proud of Gracie Weeks. Allie, Alexandria Wheelbarrow, one of those that, obvious little joke there, and she always took it great and smiled. And we brought in a trumpet player a few years ago, Bria Skonberg. And when I showed Allie a video of Bria, I watched Allie's face, and Allie's face lit up. And I could see Allie going, wow, wait, you mean I could do that? That's good. We can do that? And I knew Allie could do that. And so when Bria was able to come visit us, I wanted it to be an inspiration for Allie, because Allie is a wonderfully talented trumpet player too, and could do all of that and more if she chooses to. But whatever she chooses to do, she's going to be great. She's one of these super intellectual, brainy people as well, and is going to probably end up being, rocket scientist or whatever these brainy people do. And whatever it is, it's going to be fantastic. But I just hope that the trumpet playing continues, because my goodness, what a wonderful sound that is. Just a great person to get to know and to get to be around and to enjoy. Wonderful leader. Strange pets, just quirky Allie. Just made it fun to be around her all the time. And I'm going to miss that a lot. Looking forward to wonderful things from this fantastic young lady, Allie Wilbarger. Alexis, when I saw her picture on the wall in the auditorium for the 30 Plus Club, that did not surprise me at all. Because as long as I've known her, I've known that she's this really amazingly bright, intellectual young lady. Quiet and unassuming, humble to a fault. And then I watched her and listened to her, and she just kept getting better and better and better. And I watched her develop into from a really shy kind of behind the scenes freshman on to the radiant young lady that she is now, with her clarinet, her intellect, her accomplishments, just showing the way of, look what Alexis can do. And I don't think that she has yet to scratch the surface of what she can do. I think that she's just now beginning to discover just how amazing and special she is. And again, I'll say it, we were the lucky ones. We were the ones that got to benefit from that discovery that Alexis experienced while she was with us. And I'm certainly grateful for that. Looking forward to all of the wonderful things that are next for this fantastic young lady, Alexis Wycliffe. Cooper Williams, another one of the two guys that always had perfect hair. And literally, every day. I tried to find days where they had bad hair. Didn't exist. I think they had a little competition, he and Hunter, who had the best hair. I'll let them figure that out. But I tell you what, there could not be a finer young man than Cooper Williams. I used to love standing in front of him, watching him play snare. Such strength, such ability, such coordination, such musicianship. An absolute dynamic person to get to be around. The intensity, the focus was nothing short of inspirational. Became just an absolute stellar musician, percussionist, and again, an absolute model band citizen, and really that young man that all dads hope that their sons grow up to be like. Cooper is that young man. And I look forward to many, many wonderful things from him. Very, very proud and grateful to have been his band director. Looking forward to great things from this wonderful young man, Cooper Williams. Katrina, Kat, wow. When she walks through wearing her ROTC uniform, I could tell that she was proud to wear that uniform. When she walked through wearing the Big Red Machine uniform, I could tell that she was proud to wear that uniform. Kat is proud to represent herself at the highest level she possibly can in whatever she does. Not sure I've seen much more of an example of what a work ethic should be. But yet she never sought the spotlight. She never sought the pat on the back. She never did anything with the hope of anyone recognizing her for it or even thanking her for it. And that's the way it should be. She got after it. She was the best she could be at whatever she decided to do. And she did it just because that's what needs to be done. Kat is the example of do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. Bottom line, period, end of discussion. And I could not be any prouder of one of my students for any other reason than that. It has been an absolute joy to have her in the Big Red Machine. Looking forward to wonderful things from this wonderful young lady, Katrina Williams. Alexis. She was over on the, as I looked across the stage, she would be over there on the other side, going about her work, her business. We had to make some arrangements in the schedule because she had other things, and she was working on achieving her goals and dreams. But she didn't want to let anything else go by the wayside. So she maintained a high level at all of it. And what a wonderful thing to be able to say. The leadership that provided is invaluable. The example that provided. And knowing that she has these specific goals and plans and dreams and was able to work on that at the same time she was doing what she loved to do, and that was color guard. Gosh, what a wonderful way to go about doing your high school days. Very appreciative of that. I respect that a lot. I admire that a lot. The ability to do that. You know, too many people are casually committed to things these days. They try something and I want to try something else, and I want to try something else, and they never end up committing to anything, and as a result, don't ever really accomplish much at anything until they figure out what that thing is. But Alexis was able to remain loyal, remain committed, while doing several things that she wanted to do. And boy, that's the way to do it. Alexis is the way to do that. And very admirable. I'm very impressed by that. So thank you for all that Alexis was able to do for us, and congratulations on your achievements, and looking forward to great things from Alexis Wright. Ashley, what a wonderful band citizen. What a great trumpet player. I looked over there, and there she sits, working every day, harder and harder every day. Smiling, just Ashley is the example of how we should all be appreciative of what we have. I think Ashley, among us all, is the one who recognizes her blessings, recognizes her the things that are good about the world, and she goes about kind of highlighting those things, and really kind of works that appreciation into who she is. I never doubted for a minute that she appreciated being in the Crestview Band and the Big Red Machine and the Wind Ensemble, and I think that we should all take a lesson from that to be thankful for all the good things that we have, because just like this has been a tough time, but there are good things to be found in it, and Ashley is definitely one of the best things to be found in it, and I'm very proud of all that she accomplished, to do all the things that she did while she was with us in the band, and looking forward to a lot of really great things in the future. And I hope that those feelings of appreciation will continue for the many good things that are coming her way. Really proud of Ashley Young. So congratulations to the Big Red Machine class of 2020. What a band!